So many people tell that they don't really have any excitement for life, and life just feels so dull and it's so boring, and every day feels the same, like the same repetitive task every single day, without any excitement and without any joy. And they're like, I don't have any excitement, I don't have any joy for life, I don't have the zest for life. And it's just basically old, dull, black and white thing is just gray. What is actually happening here is they have lost that childlike wonder that they once had. Because as a kid, every single day was a new adventure. Every single day, you were born and you wanted to explore the unknown. You wanted to go out to the world. You wanted to explore, even though if you're not really traveling to another country or to another city, you wanted to explore your neighborhood. You wanted to go read out all the new books that you had in your library, in school, in home. You want to go surf through all the channels in television. You want to go see every single movie that was ever out there. And that is because of this childlike wonder, this zest for life that you had when you were a kid. But something happened along the lines, and you kind of lost the zest, this passion for life. And now life just seems so dull and boring. It's not because of you know the old times are better than now. No, even now things are nice. It's because your mindset is so attached on the old patterns, like you kind of lose interest in new things. And this happens because so much of trauma has filled up your internal mind, your soul, and you're just been carrying all this baggage in life. And when you were a kid, you never really had all this baggage. You never really had any major responsibility that was taking up your personal space. You never really had so much trauma that was consuming your brain. You never really had so many problems to worry about. But as you grow older, all these problems compile, all the trauma that you had just becomes bigger and bigger and more intense and more deeper. And without the ability to let go of this trauma, now you're just consumed by it, and you're just carrying around so much weight. It's like a backpack. You filled your backpack with so many problems, so many things that could go wrong, so much pessimistic view about life. And now it's so heavy that you can feel the straps on your shoulders. It literally is weighing you down. And this brings down the excitement in life. This brings down the zest, the passion that you once had. Now, even as a kid, it doesn't necessarily mean that you were free from all the problems in the world. Even as a kid, you were so naive, you were so emotional, you could get easily hurt. Those were the trauma, the problems that you faced while you were a kid. But you had this ability to let go and not take things too seriously. You had this ability to overcome this. Like if anything happened the previous night, you would forget about it the next morning and eventually go on about your day. But then as things or as years go by, as years pass on, you tend to carry so much trauma that is there, that has happened throughout these years. All these problems compound, and you had this parental conditioning, you had society conditioning you had your school environment conditioning you had people, your classmates, your neighborhood, everybody are saying that you must be a certain way, you must behave a certain way, this thing is good, this thing is not good. And all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, there's so much expectation that I have to meet, there's so much society pressure on me, and all this unresolved trauma is kind of stored in your body, and you're unable to overcome it because you don't really know where it's stored. You don't really know the actual reason behind this trauma. You don't really know the actual place where it's actually stored. Most of the times you don't really know the root cause of your problems. You're just going on in a dope state, just automatically walking around in life, and you don't really know where your problems are coming from. You're treating the effect. The effect is you unable to feel any excitement in life, you unable to hold a healthy relationship, you unable to actually stay happy for a long period of time. You're feeling like happiness, joy, and pleasure is something that you don't deserve. That comes from unresolved trauma. Now, once you fix this trauma and overcome this internal baggage that you have, once you let go of it, life becomes so much more freeing. And now you can experience life as a kid again because you're free from the inside. You're free from all your trauma, you're free from all your baggage, and everything feels so light, it feels so free. And now you literally get back that zest, that passion for life that you once had while you were a kid. Even now, all right, you can be 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, but deep down inside, you are a kid at heart. You really want to experience this thing called life, because that's why we're all alive in this planet, in this very existence, in this very reality. It's like we want to experience all the good things. If you don't want to experience all the good things, then it doesn't make sense for you to even live. So in order for you to experience them to the fullest and have the zest for life, you must overcome that internal baggage. You must let go of that internal trauma. Because if you don't, you might be in the best city in the world, you'll be in the best resort beach in the world, and you really won't have any excitement, because so much of internal issues are kind of clouding up your passion. They're kind of clouding up that vision that you have, and now you're just consumed. You've been driven in this derp state. You're just being driven in this traumatic state. So all you have to do is let go of that, release the trauma, let go of the baggage, and finally you'll be free. And life just starts becoming like how you were a kid again. You'll feel like a kid again. You'll finally find that zest, that passion for life that you once lost.